Call anytime, 523-1414, star 614. Okay, today's Hamilton Spectator gives the Hamilton-Wentworth District School Board an A4 effort, at least, in its hopes to institute a new nutrition policy. The policy asking parents and educators to rethink how food is offered in our schools. So with this and at this time, when kids are as obese as ever, we thought we'd bring it up on For the Record tonight. Joining us in studios to find out what might be on the menu at local schools, we're joined by Hamilton-Wentworth District School Board Chair Jessica Brennan and registered dietitian and Ancaster mom Shannon Crocker. Ladies, thanks for being with us. Jessica, I'm going to start with you. The Spectator called this an ambitious plan. Is it too ambitious?
Well, I don't think so, in the sense of building a philosophy of good nutrition and looking at our habits and reconstructing a culture in which we're going to be healthy and focusing on our well-being. As you already indicated, obesity, certainly leading to diabetes for those of us as adults, means that we really have to start with modeling some excellent nutritional behavior. And we have an opportunity with the parents and the community to tell us in our consultation period whether in fact it is too ambitious.
Okay, Shannon, why are we as obese as ever as kids?
Well, I think, Jason, there's a lot of reasons, really. A lot of it comes down to food choices, also comes down to physical activity. And really, you know, those things are intermingled together. And I think that by approaching it in a school system, it really takes a good step towards getting kids into healthier habits in a place where they are most of the day.
Shannon Crocker just hit food choices. You think about high schools, especially those kids, they can just go over to the fast food joint at lunch. How do you stop that from happening?
Well, I don't know that you can, actually, I think. If there's kids who really want to go out and get fast food, they're going to go out and get fast food. But, you know, I have seen schools where they have implemented healthier choices. And, you know, if you put the food choices out there for the kids, they're going to try them. They will try them. They'll like them. You know, and I think, Jason, you're right. Like, kids who want to go down the street and get the fast food, it's going to be hard to stop them. But in the schools, we really do need to be promoting healthy food choices.
So, Jessica, as the school board, we just talking about it right now, or is it going to happen?
Oh, certainly. We've been through a fairly thorough policy development process. The trustees themselves, a year or so ago, said we must go this way. How we go this way and precisely how far we go, I guess that might be more up to the consultation period. But I'm very confident. I've been hearing very, very positive things from parents, from our community, from staff, that this is the way to go, and it's a wonderful way to go. And frankly, even from the point of view of the Board of Trustees, we're going to have to rethink the suppers that we have and the meals that we have at our workshops. So this forces all of us to look at how we're going to make this work, not whether we are.
Okay, I guess, yes, it would affect staff as well as the students at these schools. All right, Shannon, what's a good healthy meal for kids?
Well, you know what? A meal really should consist of 3 foods, say, out of the 4 food groups. So something that's going to have some vegetables, some fruits, whole grains, maybe some lean protein, and a milk product or milk alternative. So
a hot hamburger, fries, and gravy. That falls under the umbrella, does it not?
You missed the lean part. You missed the lean
part.
part.
I miss that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will there be any other food initiatives for school boards, Jessica?
Well, I think this has been, what we've been doing with the nutrition policy has been rolling in some other ideas that we've had over the last little while. Certainly, we began with a calorie count that would be posted at cafeterias. So, you know, as we move towards greater and healthier food choices, I think it will go perhaps beyond nutrition in terms of physical activity as well, and other kind of choices that we would make. There is even opportunities for us to look at, you know, how our intake of food and what we do with food waste, how it might impact on environments. So all of that begins to be part of larger and broader thinkings about how we as a school board can in fact be choosing and modeling excellent behavior in nutrition and environment.
You know, I made the wisecrack about the hot hamburger, gravy, and fries pretty much every second day at the Delta cafeteria for myself and my friends. And I remember it was $2.50, if you can believe it, back in the 80s for that wonderfully scrumptious meal. But we were all skinny fit kids. We also spent 2 hours in the gym on the same day we had that lunch. Should we get our kids to be more active in school as well as eat right?
Well, certainly at the elementary level, we have a 20-minute daily exercise program for our elementary schools.
Right.
That mostly stops at the high school. There are obviously sports, and individual students will choose to be part of physical activities or fitness classes. But yes, you're right. We need you know, as a society and certainly as a leader in the school board, find ways to get our keep our students and staff active, because healthy staff also creates wonderful, warm learning environments for our students.
Is gym not mandatory anymore in high school?
I'm not absolutely sure where it, you know, at what level it ends, but no, it isn't necessarily through every single term and every single year.
Oh, wow. Okay. As a registered dietitian and an Ancaster mom, Shannon, what can parents do in this scenario?
Well, do you mean in terms of the policy or in terms of packing healthy lunches?
Keep the kids on the right track and tell them, look, when you go to school, you got to eat right, so you're going to have to start eat right at home, I guess.
Well, you know what? I think it's a good first step to sort of eliminate some of those foods that are being offered in schools for sale or, you know, during special events, those sorts of things, because kids don't really need them. And quite frankly, kids who are eating those foods in school aren't necessarily making better choices at home. So really, you know, it would be great if parents could also step up to the plate and serve their kids healthier foods most of the time. But there's all sorts of issues that go along with that. But certainly, you know, having healthier foods at home would also be a great step.
Jessica, next steps for the school board. What do we need to make this happen?
Well, the consultation ends on December the 9th, which is a Wednesday at 4 o'clock. So please get all your comments and your kudos and your positive comments, as well as your concerns and elements that you'd like to see us expand on, or timelines that people would like to see us rethink. But get that in by December the 9th, as I said, and then it will all come back to the Policy Working Subcommittee probably in January and February. And with any good luck and process, we will be able to institute our new nutrition policy in September 2010.
Well, that's just around the corner. Jessica,
Yes.
Shannon, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jason.
Coming up on For the Record, the doors could close at Stony Creek's Abuse Center. Stay tuned.